How are you? It's good to see you again. I had to go into the nearest town to the VA, my yearly checkup, which they draw blood, and then, geez, I was hungry. Gosh, was I hungry. So, when I got done there, I went to Publix, where shopping is a pleasure. Why? Because they have sushi. And I've been craving sushi for a long time. Before I left, I checked my mail. I got another mail call. It's a Microtech. Let me tell you something about this, okay? I'm going to tell you right now. This is a utx-70, okay? 70% of the Ultratech. I also got it in red. This Ultratech is in red. I consider this more like a burgundy. I wanted the utx-70 in orange. You know, Captain Electro, he was like, got the orange one. So I said, that's pretty cool. I don't have anything orange. So they didn't have the blade I wanted. I wanted orange scales, black, and a black blade, and a Tonto. Didn't have it. I got tired of waiting. You know, because it's like, you know, they say they're discontinued. But when they say they're discontinued, that's a little different than notify me when they come back in stock. So what I did was I went with red. I said, But I really had to think about it. What's the purpose of a utx-70? I mean, it's really small. Fucking mosquitoes. And I use bug spray. I did. It's really small. It's really tiny, which you'll see. And if you've seen Captain Electro's videos, you'll be like, wow, that is small. It's one thing to see it in a video, but it's another thing to get it in your hand. I'm like, so I was like, what's the purpose? You know, if you get a, for instance, this Troodon, it's just the regular Troodon. This is the Signature series, but if you get even just a regular Troodon, it's the same size, basically identical to a utx-85. So you could get a Troodon and cover the best of both worlds, have it the same size as the utx-85, but it's not, it's a Troodon, and, you know, or you can get, you know, me, I was like, I wanted, this is my first Troodon, it's the Combat, and this is my second one, it's the Mini Troodon, and I wanted, so I was like, oh, here's the regular Troodon and a Hellhound. So I'm like, I don't know, it just goes in a set, you know? And it's like, you know, buying a Yojimbo, and you damn well better get a Yojumbo because it just goes in the set. That's just how it is, and then you'll be set. So enough of that. So that's kind of the history behind this. It comes in a big box. Why? I have no idea, but I do have a special treat for you. Because when I went to Publix, and Publix is about the only ones that carry lamb. This is a green wise leg lamb roast boneless. I like them with the bone. This is from Australia. This one was $22.39, which is not bad. I like them with the bone. Put it in the oven, slow, about 230. You know, with some seasoning on it, you know, whatever. I like the Montreal steak, but I was like, I was looking at the meat and I said, what could I do a cut test? I didn't plan on doing it with this one, but I got it, and I don't like to cut into beef that I'm grilling or cooking, but it'll be okay. Enough talk, enough banter, enough this and that and everything else. I'm going to turn the camera as usual. So there we go. Big box. Ooh, scared of me. Let's see what we got here. Got a big paper. We got a whittle knife. We got a very whittle knife. And I would whittle with it. I'd whittle with the whittle knife, but I don't whittle. I whittled when I was a kid. But if I ever want to whittle and whittle my time away, I'd whittle with this whittle knife. And if you want to see some ass-kicking whittling, check out Captain Electro. He's using one of these to whittle. Look at that. It's hard to fathom until you hold it in your hand. Nice little fidget factor. So why, you say? Why? Why would you do such a thing? Look at that blade. It's almost comical, but it's cute. I mean, that's a scalpel. That is indeed. It's a little scalpel. I mean, but it's cute. This one is 7 of 22, July of 2022. I've been keeping track of what other people buy and what the dates of them are, you know, to see if there's any old stock that's coming out, but there's not. What you buy is what they just produce. But that is, it's hard for me to explain. It's got some nice jimping right here where you need it, and some jimping on the trigger. You can get a hold of it very well. Some right here on your two fingers. Okay? Right here. It's a small little thing. I've said that before. But it's cute. And it's fidgety. And I got the Tonto. And the Tonto actually flares out. Let's do it like this. It actually flares out a bit into like a, you know, yeah. This is M390. Yeah. From what I understand, Microtech oftentimes they don't, you know, they say it either come in M390 or 204 or LMAX or whatever. But I'll tell you what, if you were a surgeon, yeah. Huh. Very nice grind to it. Very nice feel. And I was hoping, like I said, that since I couldn't find orange with this, you know, match the Halloween theme. Yeah, I guess red and black is Halloween too. That the red is not actually as red as, it's a brighter red. And you see, and yeah, right here you see this one's more of a burgundy, and this one's a little more brighter. Yeah. Ain't that cute? It has a little glass breaker on the end. Huh. I like it, but I don't really know why. You know, what use would it fill? And that's what I try to do anymore. I try to say, okay, if I bought another knife, what use would it fill? And oftentimes, there isn't any. And when that happens, it's usually just a because I want it. But here's the 85. I mean, look at that. I mean, the sizes really go down. Note one thing. These screws, if you buy the tool, you can get a generic tool. If you buy the tool for them, they'll fit all of these, even the mini Trudon. They'll fit, but when you get down here to this 74 or 70, you ain't gonna fit. Now I didn't bring any measurements, but I brought out my handy dandy little rule thingy. Why? Because it's a rule. So let's see what we got here. 5.85 inches overall. Blade, you're looking at 2.41. Handle, I got 3.33. Add the pocket clip to, or the thing on the end, the glass breaker, you're looking at 3.52. This blade is just a little bit of 0.43 under a half inch, 0.7 wide. Handle 0.3. It's well. I mean, it's a little itty bitty. It's just an itty bitty thing. But I'm glad I got one. I was really, really tossing it around for, a couple weeks, But yeah, I'm pleased with the red, the different red. And like I said, that's a burgundy. That ain't no red. Let's compare this to the and they do make one of these in California legal, believe it or not. So it's like, it's the same handle size, but your blade's under 2 inches. Anyway, let's take a look at that in the Kershaw. California legal Kershaw. I have smaller knives, but they're they're stouter. They're not so thin and slimline. Here's the Kershaw leak. Give you a general idea. Benchmade. Mini Osborne. Makes the Mini Osborne look huge. Here's a bug out. Make that look huge too. Well, that's enough on this knife. What's it good for? Well, fidgeting, not scaring the old ladies. Electro's shown that, again, I'll put a description in this video. Electro showed that, you can do things with it. It's a scalpel. Indeed, a scalpel. Yeah. But now let's say, just for shits and grins, let's say that all you had in your pocket was that little knife. Okay? There's one guy, a knife fighting dude video, take it with a grain of salt. You know what he said? He says, hey, regardless of the knife you have, stick them and rip. Well, that makes sense. So what if I took this little thing and we're, these threads here on this leg of lamb, that can simulate clothing. This paper can simulate clothing and the plastic. So let's say we have this and we stick it and we rip. Well, consider, we rip. The guy ain't gonna move along with you like this little 2-pound thing of, well, you find a soft spot in the body, the neck, the eye, the belly, and you stick them and you rip. It's gonna hurt. And that's gonna bleed. Get that on the inside of the leg. Yeah. inside the leg, very tender area. So yeah, a little blade like that can be used for defense. If it's the only thing you got, then stick them and rip. I have to go now, I'm terribly busy. If you're looking for a little novelty, little, fun pocket knife, get one. I think they're cute and they're cool. We'll see you. Gotta go, very busy. Thanks for joining me, it's always a fucking pleasure. I'm gonna go season my lamb. Let it marinate overnight. Dry rub.